Hello, everybody. It's Techstack here. I've got a couple people with me. Say hello, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
So that's Fiery and Eagle, even though they don't introduce themselves. So just in case you're new,
Yeah, we just say hi.
you're new and you've instantaneously. Hey, we've got a new record. 17 seconds in, Hunter is already messaging.
Jesus.
Hey, Hunter. Enderman, you're second place tonight, man.
Oh.
Ooh,
I
wrecked.
don't see the reply yet. I'm still working on getting him up.
Enderman hasn't said anything back yet, but Hunter's said, woo, wrecked. Enderman says, crap, it went to Twitch instead of YouTube, so I came back. Oh, okay. We'll give it to you there. If you went to the wrong service, oh, I guess that's acceptable. I'm gonna start streaming at random times just to screw with you guys then. Make sure you've got me subbed and notified. Oh yeah, right through that loop. That one too.
Yes, please go out and die.
Still can't get those downward facing ones, huh, Tech?
I'm a little paranoid of those downward facing ones. Although, yeah, because the downward facing ones, the helmet doesn't protect me. Oh, okay.
Little key bit of advice. Get way high up so you can line yourself up easier.
Yeah, and get more speed at it.
Well, just don't hit the thrusters till you hit the area.
But just looking down to see if you're lined up makes you go faster. I don't know. What should I work on, guys? Should I make a pick? An unobtainium pick? Should I do some blender stuff and get another machine in?
Blender stuff to get another
Jack here.
machine.
You guys both had different opinions, and Fiery, that wasn't an option. I was looking at the pickaxe code yesterday, how vanilla does it. I'm not working on a Lamborghini either. The pickaxe code, like, there's a list of, like, each block has a hardness level. A harvest level is probably what it's more accurately called. And that's what determines what pick can break it. I might be able to hook into that with the machines and use that to determine what they should break, instead of hard coding all the different blocks in.
That'd make it slightly easier.
Maybe. Lambo. Why are you guys so upset with the Lambo? I mean, not gonna make it through there. Telling you, we need this flying course on here. Like, we need a canyon run, like where you have to fly through the canyon.
See,
Like,
that's see the thing is I can't even properly test it because my internet connection is so horrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I try to do any kind of like high-speed maneuvers. Like if you go through the canyon, you just passed to your right, like about probably a minute ago. You'll see like a small tree course that I tried setting up.
What was that? Is it over here?
Like,
This one?
remember where I usually go fishing over at the house?
Yeah.
Here, I'll log in and show you.
No, I know what you're talking about. Right here by the house, the pond outside
Right.
that you built.
Oh no, not the pond that I built. In the front of
Over here?
basically, yeah. Now if you follow that little river that leads into the small forest there's a small opening that that a player should be able to fly through, but I can't do it because every time I try, my once I get going fast, the internet just like, you know, chops and I wind up smacking into a tree. You missed it. It was a hard right before you left the pond that was in front of the house.
The hard right before you left the pond. So I crossed over the bridge to AK's place?
No.
The other way. Over the bridge towards...
Hold on. I'm going to get on because I can't properly explain it with the stream because the stream is so far ahead.
Right. Okay, Hunter. Later, man. I also need to find a machine for the other hunter that is 4 blocks tall and send him a mail back because he's asking about the drill. What he can use as a reference for what's 4 blocks tall. And I think that's more of a visual 4 blocks tall than the bounding box 4 blocks tall. So while Fiery's logging in, let's see if we got anything that's 4 blocks tall.
I think most of them are 5 tall, to be honest.
This might be it. Game mode 1, please.
The continuous miner might be the closest one.
No, this is 4 blocks tall. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's a hair taller. The combine. So let me get a good lineup on this. Take a screenshot.
Yeah, I just considered that one 5 because the extra block.
You might need to go through 5 with the bounding box. No, it's 4 blocks tall exactly with the bounding box. So let me take a screenshot of this drawing. There we go. And actually, let me do it the easy way.
Why was he wanting a reference to something that's 4 blocks tall?
Because he wants to make the drill 4 blocks tall, because that's what we talked about. The horizontal drill, it's going to drill a bunch of holes.
Ah, okay.
So let me send that to him.
Okay, now Minecraft, let's not take forever to load.
Okay, that's on its way to him. Fiery, did you see the snapshot for today?
Yes, I did. I did see that one.
No, I did not. What?
You're gonna be excited about Fiery because you're the water man.
Oh, did they put the new water stuff into the snapshot?
So they've got turtles and phantoms and what's it called, a trident, and new swimming animations. Like you can, your character's like swimming, seaweed. The turtles lay eggs. Half slabs and stairs underwater actually look like they're underwater instead of sitting in an air block.
Oh man.
The turtle shells, I'm not sure how you get them, but you can craft, once you get them, you can craft them into a helmet, and the helmet gives you water breathing.
Oh.
I think they sometimes come out of eggs.
Yep, they'll hatch out of eggs. The turtles spawn on warm beaches, it said. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. And from what I was reading about, Dinnerbone was saying that's not it. There's at least 3 or 4 more things that are going to come out.
Well, right. One of them was supposed to be underwater shipwrecks.
Yep. That was somebody's noticed. Dolphins was another one. There's one more. There's a couple different enchantments that you can get on the new trident.
Fish and stuff are supposed to be
that was it. That was the other
visible in the water.
One of the abilities on the trident, like you throw it and it like has a string attached to it and it comes back to you then from the string. There's an enchantment where you can, I forget what it's called. It's like charging or something like that. But you can, in a thunderstorm, summon lightning by throwing your trident, so you can make supercharged creepers.
Nice.
Hey, Hunter.
Hey, other hunter. I guess you're the first hunter. Should say it that way. Would it load better if it's on the same computer? No, it would load worse because you've got to run 2 computers basically then.
Right here.
Right here? Oh, yeah, that's too tight, Fiery. At speed, that's too tight.
I was almost making it. It's just...
At slow speed, sure. Yeah, I can make it at slow speed, but not at high speed. You don't have time to react. No wonder I didn't see it. It's so tiny. Yeah. I almost made it. Of course, I've got the crash helmet on, so I won't take damage if I hit anything anyway.
That was the other problem I was literally running into.
You didn't have the helmet?
At the time, yeah, I didn't have the helmet.
Ah, yes, yeah, I ran into stuff. So we need to make it like, I don't know, 6 or 7 blocks wide. So it's a nice fast race, right? And it's about maneuvering through it efficiently. Because even with this thing, like, you can hit stuff and it'll slow you down. Even with the helmet. Because, like, it directs you off in the wrong direction if you hit it. Okay, let's take a look at this thing in Blender. Blender, where are you there? Right, that was the one that I need to rework the part. That's going to be really hard. Let me save this one. And open a new one. And go File, Import, Wavefront from my downloads. It's either this one or this one. Maybe this one. Nope. That's like the opposite of how fiber optics would work, though. It would have to be something else in their network that would cause it. Fiber optics like use light, not electricity. What's the one I fixed? Okay, none of them? I thought there was another one. Yeah, there we go. So what do you guys think of this one? Rotate 90 degrees, scale it to 0.10. So this is the underground dump truck.
Nice.
I can see one difficulty with this when I go to rotate it around those wheels. Like the pivot point has to be perfectly centered in those wheels, or it's gonna like clip into the wheels. Make it hard to do. That or I don't dump it up at all. One of the two. Aw. This is one of the ones where the letters are on the same object. It's gonna make it hard. Oh, not the grill. Not the grill. No. That's the grill that has 1,000,000 polygons. I cleaned that on up off of a different machine. I recognize that. Hey, it's okay, man. Like the other one that I was working on, that I just had up, the track loader, that one was a breeze to clean up. So the letters are part of the same object, so the program he uses to export it creates a bunch of extra polygons from every point in the machine to every point on the letter, which is way too many. And just look at that wireframe mesh there. Just in the letters right there, there's 2,000 faces. Just in that area. Like, what else? I know another machine, but what else do we need to have this ready for other people? For this build. What does it need?
I'm trying to figure out question, I guess. You're trying to find more equipment?
I'm asking what makes this unplayable at this point with the current set of stuff that's in it right now.
Nothing
Anything?
really. I mean, other than the fact that there's no real tier 2 stuff needed.
Right. Right. I know. I'm aware of that. I'm saying what else besides another machine? Because I'm trying to help figure out in my mind what else I need to do before the next release. And if it's just another machine, then I know what I need to do.
I think it really is. I mean, there's no bugs left, really. Is there? I mean, you mentioned that one bug.
What bug?
Did that one you found?
I found lots, Fiery.
It was a couple of streams ago. It was like right after the update that we did to the server that brought in the new dimension.
I found one with the assembly table that I fixed where it was showing negative numbers in the work
I think
thing.
that might have been actually it. Then really, I mean, I don't know what there is.
I mean, as far as stuff for the new gems and stuff, there's the shredder, but that's not much, and it doesn't use all of the new stuff.
Right, I'm saying.
Yeah.
As of right now, there's no real need to do any kind of mining except for unobtainium.
And the lemonite. You need both of those to make the shredder.
Well, and the lemonite, but still.
And there's all the bleak stone so that you can make asphalt.
Okay, but that was actually a fix for a tier 1 thing.
Right. I'm not saying that tier 2 is complete by any means. I know it's not. Hunter, you're asking about the oil. That will probably be taken out eventually at some point. Is where I'm leaning towards. Not saying that's a final decision, but we've made the asphalt is craftable. What would we make it in? I forget. Oh, the furnace with bleak stone.
You use the new turbo furnace to heat up the bleak stone and turn it into asphalt.
Yep.
Which is how we have this lovely road going across the world now.
Oh, I did find something when you're walking across the asphalt, and as you try to jump up, you go like flying off to one side.
I'm trying to jump up.
Like as you're running.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. When you hit another edge.
Yeah. It was kind of fun trying to get over the bridge. Like the first time I was doing that, I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Tech? Asphalt half slabs?
Asphalt half slabs, why?
So people who don't like to have
steps.
the one block jump option on. Like
how would you place them though?
Those would have to be placed by hand, but I mean, it's not like you're gonna have that many, stair blocks needed, really. It's just, I don't, if I got an asphalt road and I run into a bridge, I'm not gonna want it to make the person slow down that little bit just when they're going up stairs on the bridge, you know?
If it's a person running by foot, I can understand what you're saying. If it's a person in a machine, they step up the blocks anyway. I get what you're saying. I'm just not seeing how to make it work in the mod without making you place asphalt, because that's the only way you can get. The only way you can get compressed asphalt is to use the paver and then use the roller. There's no other way to obtain the actual block. So how would you craft like half slabs out of it?
You use the asphalt in a crafting recipe just like the normal half slabs.
Like the raw asphalt, you mean?
Yeah. And they come out as uncompressed, just like the regular asphalt, and then once they get ran over by the roller, they turn into compressed version that has the speed benefit. I don't know, I'm just pulling that one up my butt, so...
Right. Sounds like it. Just kidding. We could make that work. But does it make it so that people don't need to make the paver? That's my only concern about it, right? Because what's to stop someone from crafting?
You have to.
Huh?
You have to use a paver to put it down.
No, you wouldn't. It would be it would be like placing stairs, dude. Like if.
What I'm saying is,
go look at the little bridge that's in front of the garage, so I can show him what I mean.
No, I understand what you're going for, Fiery, but I meant the crafting recipe. You could use it as the unpaved asphalt.
Right, that's what I was telling him to do.
Yeah,
was to use the unpaved asphalt.
But even if we use the unpaved asphalt, there's still no reason then for someone to go and make the paver, because if you can physically get the block and place the block down...
But it's not going to be a full-size asphalt block, it's just going to be a half slab.
Right, but what's to stop someone from making their entire road out of half slabs is what I'm saying.
No, I understand what Tech's going for, but how do you get those blocks in? You have to have a paver to put it down, so you get.
But once you have the block, you can just place it. Or are you saying make a half slab raw asphalt that's not a block, it's just an item? That's a good answer, honey.
But even oh God.
Guys, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to think of how people like to bypass things.
Well, I mean,
they're not really going to bypass it.
Why, number one, why should we have to dictate how they play their game?
No, I know, but I'm just saying
I'm just trying to
cost perspective of the game.
Rationalize. I'm just trying to rationalize.
I suppose. So let me make something here. Where is it? Crafting table. Jeez.
I mean, to be quite technical, the definition of a mod is to play it the way that the player wants to play, right?
Or the way that the mod author wants you to play. Look at Greg Tech.
Right, but you're not Greg Tech.
I know.
You're Tech.
Here's what I'm saying. If we give them an actual block, what's to stop somebody from doing this, right? That's why I gave them an item, and then you had to use the machine to place the blocks.
But at the same time, if you're going to be placing it by hand, then you have to kind of dig all that up.
I'm saying,
you
as a player, are you gonna cost effectively say that you're gonna place thousands upon thousands of these slabs versus jumping in a machine and rolling out a road? Because I'm sorry, if
maybe
I had
it is
choose, if I had to choose between throwing down 1,000,000 half slabs and jumping in a machine and doing the same work in 5 minutes, I'm taking the machine.
They're going to lean towards the machine no matter what.
Yeah, and I'm thinking at this wrong, because the only way they're going to get it is to be in the bleak dimension, which means they've made it to tier 2, and you're going to have machines by then.
Right.
Okay. So we can craft. It just doesn't. It doesn't seem to fit to me still. I don't know why. Like, you craft bleak stone through smelting into asphalt.
Right. And then you would
take that raw asphalt and like make 3 across the bottom.
Yeah, 3 across the bottom, just like any other half slab.
And it gives you
3 blocks. Like, you have to have the piece of equipment to put it down.
And I would think it would give you 6 because it's technically 3 blocks that you're using to do it.
Okay. I was thinking that too, Eagle, but then like the process of getting them becomes a big pain in the butt because you craft the raw asphalt, you go out in the paver, you place down some blocks, you pick them up, you craft them, and then you put them back down.
Yes and no. If you take the continuous miner to them, it only takes a second.
No, Enderman, there's not actually garage doors in the mod.
Yeah.
I built that one that you've probably seen from a YouTube video that Mumbo put out.
This is the door fire he's talking about. And back. It lagged there pretty hard or something. I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna work. I thought I broke it.
It always waits on that one for closing it. Hold on a second.
Okay, so you guys are now. I don't think this is needed for the next release, but I can understand why you guys want it. Huh?
Hunter was asking, can somebody come help me with my floor?
Your floor?
Yeah. Pay than asphalt.
What? Do you want us to play the game for you?
He still has my steam roller somewhere around there.
I'm saying, Hunter, you ain't got that big a floor. It'll only take you like 2 minutes.
Did I update the screen to allow it to insert to a crate? I think I did. Watch, I don't remember.
But we have not tested.
Did you what?
Yes, the screen can just automatically drop into
a crate.
A crate.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
I thought I did. I really did.
I knew you were going to do it.
Well, I thought I got bored the other day and did it.
I think you did do it because I remember you coming into the stream and saying,
it would be on the server now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah, I did it. I don't know that it's tested thoroughly on the server, but it was tested in single player at least. So it's a thing.
Well, let me go test it out.
Eagle Hunter says that your roller's near the entrance of the tunnel.
Okay.
So, half slab, compress, asphalt block. Okay, so I need to do what machines we got outstanding still. So machines that we have models for. There's the underground loader, underground dump truck, Later, Hunter. Track loader. Where's one more? A laser miner. Got the furnace thing in here. Let me check my Trello board. I want to try and get everything off of that and onto this other one instead. Start using that one. Factories. I guess there's lots of little things I could be doing.
Potatoes, that was carrots, wheat.
Let's
Tech question.
answer? 42.
I thought it was 55.
Not the question to the to life, universe, and everything.
Finally, somebody got the reference.
Because you were asking the wrong person.
You guys for years have been like, I've got a question, and I'd be like 42, and no one has got. I mean, I've been doing this for years. You're the first person that's figured it out, or said anything at least. So, what's your question, Fire?
Could you make it so that if somebody jumps in a machine, that instead of the camera following them, it followed, like
It
let's
goes
say,
to F5 mode automatically.
no. Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm thinking of an idea for a dredger for out on the water, but considering how deep the water is in some areas and how deep I would want it to dredge, would you be able to make the camera follow the tool instead of the player?
Well, could you go to a robot player and follow their eyes on how it's set?
What?
It'd almost be like being in spectator mode and watching somebody else, is what you're getting at.
Yeah.
I think you can do that in spectator mode.
Hey, Fire, you want to jump into the harvester and just dump a whole bunch of stuff in the grain bin?
No, you can't. It teleports you there.
Oh, yeah, hold on a second.
Like, just a bunch of variety of stuff.
Because what I was thinking, Tech, is like a telescopic arm with a large drillish thing on it. I'll show you a picture of it in a second when I'm done helping Eagle. Because there's actually technically something like that in the real world.
When you said dredger, I'm thinking like a bucket dredger. Like it goes on the bottom of the ground and just drags, and you bring it back up and you dump it.
No, I'll throw a picture of it in chat so you can see what I'm talking about too, Eagle.
Okay.
This thing's empty. What do I need to empty it for?
I think he wants to
harvest
test
the
this
outfit so we can test this.
Test it, pushing into crates. How would you know there's so many things in these? The numbers aren't going to change much unless you get like 100 of something.
I'm right above you there.
Okay.
So I'm going to be kind of watching it.
Look at this path he's cutting through the field. It's all crooked.
Because I was going for the wheat.
Ah! I forgot that damages you. I get ran over by the combine while flying.
Now, isn't there a button to unload the combine?
Yeah, space.
Okay. It's space.
Yeah, you just hold space long enough.
Whoa, there's tons of items. Oh yeah, looks like that worked. Anything in the crate? Nothing in the crate. Is there anything in the box or the chest down there underneath?
Nope.
Okay. Everything went in then.
Yeah, I think it was 2.5 or something. It's 3.6 now. So, for seeds. Cool.
Okay.
I'm not even sure where to start with the half slab. Like, what makes it a half slab? So on that thought, I need to open this. It's dead. Apparently today's stream is going to be brought to you by, like, ADHD, and I'll just be, like, flipping between different things.
Sounds like fun.
ADHD and a barking dog in the background. Quality content.
She's young.
Oh, and don't forget the text file editing. We've got that too. Make sure you subscribe, kids, so you can see more of this great action next time.
That's what I'm
in
talking
the
about.
world?
You...
I have never seen such a thing before, Fiery. And that looks like a computer animation.
It's not.
We need to get that model. That's not computer generated. The colors on it are too realistic, like too the same across the entire thing of that. The
It's
red
a real
part.
machine
Right.
tech.
Well, I'm not saying it might be a real machine, but that's a computer generated image of one. It has to be. The water's
is.
real, but the machine is not. Yeah, it's too
colorful.
Yeah, the colors are not right. That red's too intense, is what I'm saying. The white's too white. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That is a very interesting thing. So it just extends forward. Oh, it's on a winch though, so it can be lowered down like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's messed up. What's it used to get? Like, what's it dredged for?
It's used for dredging out channels and stuff.
Oh. That actually sounds useful to me in Minecraft.
But
Like if you
I would want it to go a lot deeper than that. Like for, like especially me, because you know how like I'm always looking for nice, huge, flat areas that are closer to shore, and to build my underwater stuff.
Well, can't we do like a bucket dredger then?
You and your bucket dredger, man.
I'm just saying we got those in Ohio. Those are pretty cool.
I could see somebody wanting to deepen and widen a riverbed in Minecraft, because to me they're always too shallow for making boat travel useful. I don't know. It sounds stupid when I say it, but
Well,
like being one block deep just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Here's another picture of basically the same thing
But in action,
and how it would work.
Now, does this unload from the side or the front, Fiery?
Oh.
The combine?
Yeah.
It unloads from the front.
It unloads from the front because of the old model had a thing in the front. And I've never changed it. Yeah. So Fiery, I'm confused now because I got that the black thing in the first picture with the nasty teeth looking thing on the end of it probably goes down. Looking at the second picture, are those vertical cylinders also going down?
Those vertical cylinders are anchor points.
Gotcha.
And yes, they do go down. They go into the bottom
sediment.
to hold it, just to hold it still while it's drilling. But they wouldn't need to be, actually used in the mod, obviously. I mean,
Would somebody like to sleep so I don't get creepered?
I'm close to bed.
well, I wouldn't like to, but I mean, if it's really that necessary, I mean...
Oh, I'm in the field, though, so...
If they're already spawned, though, they're still going to be there in the morning. How many of these are there in this file?
I mean, or what?
Gotta be an easy way of doing this. So I'm looking through the wavefront, the OBJ file that he sent me, and I need to get rid of every line that has VT in front of it because it's just not needed, and they're the lines that cause it to give that error in Blender when I import it. And there's a lot of them. Find. Hit mark all. How many does it find? 22,773. That's a lot. Regular expression. /n. Star.
What was that?
That was me.
Oh.
Making noises. Eagle Hunter's talking to you in the chat, the YouTube chat.
Give me a
bagger.
I thought he left.
I think he came back to ask you, or to tell you about your bagger. Regular expression.
I was looking for it about a day or two ago. I couldn't find it either.
Xpad.
Yeah, there is a still bug with the bagger. Sometimes it disappears.
Ooh. I think I've got it. Yes. Place.
Ooh, I just had a good thought. Could we make conveyor belts that go sideways?
Sure. Grab the hammer or grab the wrench and spin them sideways.
To say they go sideways, what are you talking about?
Right. They'll go which way you want, man.
Okay.
Like, seriously, not to counteract you or anything, but...
I didn't know that. That's why I asked. It's like there's items getting caught on this stuff. It's like if we only had a sideways conveyor.
I'm still confused. What are you talking about? Sideways? What sideways?
How the conveyors move up and down. It doesn't push you across.
It does push you across. Here, there's conveyors in here, right? Let's just show me what you mean.
Well, I'm saying like over here.
Where'd you go?
That didn't work that time. It's like items will get stuck right on this block right here because of it's not moving over quick enough. Does it make sense? If I didn't catch it. Is like sometimes they'll get stuck right on that block.
I think I know what you're talking about. So it's...
Now it's not doing it, so it's not fair.
Well, of course not, man. It never does it when you want it to. It happens more when you flood it with items. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can...
Like, if you were to empty out the inventory on the...
No, I know what it is. It's... So, the one that's there is pushing to the... where's my 3 button? To the north, right? And it pushes to the north until it gets to the edge of its block, right?
Yeah.
So it's just...
Now you can see that another rack bouncing up and down.
Yeah. It's barely on the block to the north of it then. And that's what's wrong. Because it stops pushing it once it's out of that block's bounds. There's no easy way of fixing that, I don't think, though. Because if I pushed from that block to the center of the next block, that's not going to seem right either, though. Because if you just had a conveyor here, say
what
there, you would end up in the center of this block.
What I'm asking for here, put it back down real quick, is it will start over here, like where that block is where it's messing up over here. It'll start on this side and it'll just push it over.
So they try and self-center?
Yeah.
The problem with that is good luck ever getting off one if you get on one. Because I considered that at one point. So like if you get on this one, yeah, I'm stuck now because they're pushing in 2 different directions. I can't ever get off here. Oh, I got the one sideways. The way to get off them is to go sideways for their direction. Kind of like a riptide in the ocean. You know, you're not supposed to swim against it.
But so on this block right here, if it's going counterclockwise to push you on over.
Well, what I'm saying is if it pushed things off towards its center, you couldn't get off the edge of it. You would be stuck until the very end of the conveyor system. And there's something stuck at the top of the
corn.
Oh. I would not be okay with that because I've about died to these things enough times.
You can't jump when you're on them, Enderman.
Yeah.
That's why mobs can't get off of them. That's why the cow farm works.
They need to be able to reset a couple different things in order for them to lift you. Hey, Ninja.
Who's Ninja?
And Gaming Irish. If you think that, just go ahead and change the channel. Find a different channel for you to watch, okay?
Can we have this be a troll-free Valentine's Day, please? I'm already in a bad enough mood.
You know what? I've seriously given this thought. Everybody's watching on YouTube now, so I don't know why I'm streaming on Twitch, because it just brings trolls. What's your question, Ninja? Oh, Enderman, there's just trolls on Twitch, always. They don't come into... Thank you for the subscription, Play Ninja. Or Ninja Plays Games. I said it backwards. How do you attach trailers to the truck thing? The machines that allow attachments, you take the attachment in your inventory, so the trailers or the tractor attachments, you hop into that machine, so like the tractor, hit E to bring up your inventory, and place the attachment you want on it in the first inventory slot.
And it's the same thing for the truck.
Yep, same thing for the truck. Truck and tractor work both ways.
Just put the trailer in the first slot for the truck.
Like this one. Here's the tractor. So take the planter out of that first one. You see the planter's no longer there. If I put this spreader into the first slot, the spreader shows up. And so on. So for each of these attachments, whatever's in the first slot's what you get. Now, I'll say the semi-tractor, yeah, E is your inventory script, or whatever your inventory button is. E's my inventory button. It's the default in Minecraft. The semi-tractor, the ones that work, which one is it? I forget. Oh, the flatbed trailer.
Yeah.
That's the one that's everything's working in it. The other ones are just there for placeholders as we add more features.
Well, the cow one kind of works.
Yeah. You're here to fend off the trolls. You're just going to encourage the trolls by giving them someone to talk to. The trolls quickly leave when we ignore them. Like I said, I don't know if there's value in me streaming on Twitch at this point, because everybody watches on YouTube. And I'm fine with that. I've got more subscribers here anyway. No worries, man. Why is it not finding it? Match case, hex, selected text, active document.
Hey, Tech, he's in chat now, by the way.
Who's, what? Huh?
Or he's in...
Oh. Where? Oh, down there?
Well, right, because he doesn't have...
Which power is it? Let me look at...
Talk?
Yes. No, it's, I named him different, that's all. Stream guest speakers or voice guest? We do stream guest speakers.
And then he leaves.
Who's
Hey,
that?
Enderman, you should really come back to chat, man.
He didn't leave, probably. He's probably...
No, he's not in the guest. No, he's offline.
Yeah, he's offline. Okay.
Somebody want to make it day again, please?
Fiery's just standing down here in the night.
He isn't in the combine getting shot at by skeletons, so...
I'm in bed. I'm in bed.
So go run him over.
I have!
That's true.
But
Just
they
run
keep
him
coming
over.
back to life!
See, worried about the only thing I'd be worried about is if there was an Enderman out, or if there was a
Creeper.
a creeper out there, because then you could blow up the field.
Please work. Please work.
Boy, you should run him over.
Yes.
What?
It didn't crash on me when I tried to import it this time. That's what. Oh,
Ninja,
wow.
there is, but it's in the version that we're testing right now, so it is not live on the Curse Forge yet.
Right. So you'd have to do some creative cheaty stuff to get it to work. You can't craft the raw asphalt item that the paver needs to place the paved blocks down in survival on the public version. Here, let's show off some of the new features in this version, guys. So first off, we have crash helmets for your Elytra jet engine. So when you're flying around and you run into something, you don't hurt yourself. That can fly into the wall. The asphalt can be made. And the way that you make it is first you go kill a whole bunch of withers. Good luck. And you make a portal to the bleak dimension, which is what this thing is. You'll need to craft a collapsed star. And this is why I'm saying you need a bunch of nether stars. You craft the portal frames, which are just steel. Place them down in this orientation, and then right-click the ground right there with the collapsed star, and it opens the portal up. You walk into it, hit shift, and you're in another dimension. This dimension has some surprises in it. So there's some mobs here that you probably can't see.
Oh, I guarantee you can't.
Yeah.
I got the brightness turned all the way up, and I can't even see them.
They only attack you if two conditions are met. And right now my hotbar is all messed up. That's got to be a Forge bug. I got to look to see if there's an update for that in Forge. There. So my hotbar says that I've got 39 levels of experience. So if I were to step foot into the darkness, these mobs will come and they'll try to attack me. But only if I'm in the darkness and only if I have experience. So there they are. Coming down to attack me. And they fly down from above. Also, all of this dirt and stone that's in this world can only be broken with one of the machines. You can't break it with a pickaxe anywhere. The stone is what's needed to craft the raw asphalt that's here. So here's the machine that can actually break it from tier 1. With Modern Warfare and Mr. Crayfish Furniture mod. What? I was looking for trucks mod stuff. I think of making Modern Warfare. What? Huh. Ninja, I think Fire's talking to Enderman. Again.
Yeah, I was talking to Enderman there.
Oh, got mine. Okay. So you gotta get a hold of one of these. Go to the dimension, mine the stone up, and that's how you go about doing that. What else we got in this? That is not the exit, is it? Wait a minute. I am all turned around.
Behind you. Forward.
I just knew it was that way. I went in it. There's some other big thing. Oh, so we've got a villager that spawns in his village in the overworld. You go to him and you trade emeralds for blueprints with him, and that's how you go about getting blueprints to make things like that continuous miner that I just showed you in the other dimension.
With the assembly table and the robotic arm.
Right, which is what I'm getting to over here.
And the hammer, if you need to.
Yeah, if you need to. So you place down this assembly table, you place down the robotic arm, and its animation is super drippy right now, but it's a thing, and a generator. You put the blueprint in this slot, it'll tell you what you need to craft that blueprint. So let me grab one for as an example. Here's one for the shredder, which is a mob shredder. Tells you what you need. You get that stuff in your inventory, you hit the assemble button, it eats the items, and then it needs 10,000 work in this case. That arm, when this thing is fueled with the fuel in the mod, will apply work to the block, filling up the bar. When the bar is full, you'll get the item out of it.
Otherwise, you have to hit it with a hammer about 10 billion times.
So you can hit this thing with this hammer by shift right clicking on it, which it won't do if there's no work that it can take. So we're working on a lot of cool stuff. And that's where this thing comes in, right? So this is a tier 2 machine. It's going to be a laser miner. And some of the other stuff I had in Blender here earlier will be tier 2. Cool. Tier 2 also. So let's see if I can get some of this stuff cleaned up.
Well, I guess one of the question is are we going to blast materials?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's going to be eventually a second explosive type, as well as the tier 2 vehicle that will allow you to drill 6. What did we settle on? 6 holes at once or 4?
think it was 6.
Okay, I was really hoping for 6.
Did I say 6?
Yes.
I meant 4. I don't know why I'm feeling trolly today, but I am. Sorry, Fiery. I'll stop.
Did I mention I almost had a wall fall on me today?
A wall? Is that all?
Wall.
Why did you have a wall fall on you?
Because I put a piece of drywall up today and I forgot that I didn't put any screws in it, so I went to go cut out a small hole in it for a socket, and I bumped into it a little hard and it almost fell on me.
Ugh. Are you, like, I'm assuming when you're saying almost that it missed you and you're okay. But are you okay? Or did it hit you a little bit?
It didn't hit me.
Okay, good.
That's why I said almost. If I had been hit, I would have said I had a wall fall on me today. You don't load stuff in the road roller, Ninja. You load it into. You would load the asphalt, the raw asphalt, into the paver, and then place it with the paver, and then you would go into the road roller and roll it out so that it turns into compacted asphalt.
Yep.
And then it'll give you a speed boost.
You need both machines. So many little objects in this one, but I guess it's good. It's good. Just keep reminding myself it's good. Makes it easier. Yeah, I could see why you would not catch that. If you're looking to make a road and you search for road in like JEI or something, you're going to see the road roller. You're not going to see the paver anywhere.
Right. Plus, if he doesn't really know that much about construction vehicles to begin with, he wouldn't even, think about it. So.
True.
And it's too bad you took the tank out, because it'd probably go great with his Modern Warfare mod.
Yeah, but the tank it was not ever
I know. It was total Derpville.
The total Derpville and didn't fit with everything else we did. It was, I got bored and was like, hey, I wonder if I can make this cool thing.
Yeah.
I've been watching. Go ahead, Frank.
Well, I was gonna say, Ninja, you know about Flan's mod, right? Because that'd probably go great for you. Okay. Just figured I'd check. Now, what were you gonna say, Tech?
I was just gonna say I've been watching this guy who like does command block stuff and maybe even some mod stuff. I don't know. And all of his videos are like, hey guys, I made this in Minecraft today, right? And it's, I made the entire world. What's that? What's the new villager house thing that spawns in the forest? I forget what it's called. The mansion thing.
Mansion.
Okay, the mansion. I made the entire world the mansion, right? Like, it's just one huge mansion, the entire world. Or I made water behave like acid, and everything it touches, it eats.
That's probably the same guy who made air flammable.
I think so. Like, he just comes up with these crazy ideas and stuff.
Like what would happen if air was flammable? And oh my gosh, the lag he got on that one, Jesus.
Right. Like, to me, doing a bunch of like real simple one-purpose mods that might be buggy as all get out, but are just for the fun of it could be fun to do.
The paver, you got to put the raw asphalt into it, and then you hold control to actually use it to pave. It'll pave the block that's underneath it.
Yeah,
yeah, why don't we just give them some visual?
Yeah.
Okay, Tech. I still want this block to be turned sideways.
You gonna
The
show them
conveyor?
in the test world, or?
Yeah. I'm booted up Minecraft right now. Oh, I can go in creative and destroy the world and not care about it. So you're mostly interested about making roads, right? So let's focus on that. Well, once it finishes loading, geez. Do you have the raw asphalt on it? Okay.
Fire, you want to go ahead and sleep?
So what's your sprint key and your jump key in Minecraft? There's the new villager, by the way. So let's get some...
Gotta get back to the house, Eagle. Hohensteins.
A paver.
Okay.
Let's get a road roller. Let's actually pick up the road roller. Let's get asphalt. So the raw asphalt. And in my version, I can do it at the level that the paver's at. In your version, it will need to be a lower level. So you'll need to like take the dump or the bulldozer or something and cut a groove in the ground. In this version, it's going to place at the same level it's on, just because we've changed it. So you put the raw asphalt inside of it. So I've hit E so that we can get into its inventory. And I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. So I'm going to go into F5 mode just so we can see a little better. And I'm going to hold my sprint key, which is control, and drive forward, and it's going to start releasing the blocks. Those are uncompressed asphalt blocks that it's placing down. And it will continue to place blocks until it runs out of the raw asphalt. See, it ran out. Can't place anymore. So you'd have to fill it back up at that point. Then you want to take the road roller, and I'm going to spin this thing around. And we're going to drive this direction and hold control again, or your sprint key, and it will flatten out and compress it. And see, it's doing this again. I'm telling you, it's that change we made.
I had that happen too.
So before the thing actually would ride up on the edges, and it kind of needs that so it doesn't do this. How do you get rid of the vehicle? So you take an empty hand is the best way of doing it, and you shift right click on it, and it will drop it as an item. You'll lose any fuel that's in it. So if you're playing this in creative, all the stuff I described will work just fine, because it assumes you got fuel in creative. But if you're in survival, you'll need a fuel can, and you'll want to go up to the machine and right click on it, which is not going to let me because I probably got in it already. But that'll fill it up and consume the fuel out of the fuel can. You'll still have the fuel can in your inventory. It's just going to have a damage bar all the way down. So here's some of the other things that are new in this version. This is the industrial mob shredder.
Yes.
Spawn anything on top of it, and it kills it right away.
AKA the death cube.
Yeah. We gotta get the guys together and do Death Cube again so we can show Eagle and
I know
all the new people what Death Cube is. Just so you know. You know what? Is Death Cube up and running? Maybe it is. It may not be, but I'm gonna try it. Aww. Really, Minecraft? Fine, I'll use MC. Alt MC. Create a new instance. 1710, please.
AKA the good version of Minecraft.
Don't get me started, Fire. You have no idea.
Ninja, it's
How
the
many
same
people?
controls for all of the vehicles. Control and space.
Control does
All of them.
down, space does up. So in the case of the bulldozer, control will lower the blade, space will raise the blade.
Otherwise, anything in front of you that is dirt, gravel, sand, or tree in material, it will be destroyed.
Or leaves.
Well, not destroyed, but it'll fall to the ground as an item.
Yeah, it breaks the block.
But it won't work with stone of any type.
I launched the wrong freaking thing. Dang it. And I guess it helps if I know what the stupid IP address is for it too. Assuming it's even running. It may not be.
I'm honestly surprised that you're streaming today, Tech, it being Valentine's Day. Figured you'd be spending time with the wifey.
She didn't want to.
What? Is she sick?
She hasn't been feeling well, but no, she's not sick. We'll probably do something this weekend.
A woman not wanting to do anything. Oh my god. I never thought I'd see the day.
Been married for a while. But we were married the same year, so 2001. So it's been 17 years. Girlfriend has the flu. Ouch.
That sucks, man. Sorry to hear. Text in the doghouse.
Nothing new. If that's true, it's nothing new. So looks like the server's not up. I could try and start them real quick. Although I don't know if it's worth it.
Just, you know what? Why don't you like arrange one for this weekend or something?
Right, but I've got stuff going on this weekend, like I was saying. So I'm not sure what night I could do it if we did do it. So that's the bungee cord. I need the lobby.
See, I'm the complete opposite, Enderman. Women don't feel that I need a girlfriend.
Okay.
Well, Enderman said that he doesn't feel like he needs a girlfriend.
Yeah, I seen. I was just, that's kind of sucky. Games
nice.
Demon Depths, Death Cube. Nice. Babe in a road.
Yeah, it's amazing how the little things in life are like the coolest, you know?
Like paving a road, or what are you talking about? Having a girlfriend? What are you referring to?
Paving a road.
Well, that was one of the big things. Is like as soon as I joined, it's like, oh, we're gonna get this road built. We're gonna get this road built. I'm like, how do we build this thing?
Okay, so this is the Project Red Dog server that we had a while back. As it loads in here.
Ninja, if that's the case, all I gotta say is one thing: explosive packed stone.
What's the thing?
Find it in your if you're in creative, find it in your creative menu and try it out. If you're in non-creative, make yourself a drill, make yourself some anvil, and go have some fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is an example of one of the maps of Death Cube. You are in most of these maps, literally placed into a cube, right? So all this glassed in area. And if I do start game, it's probably gonna act all funny because it's just me. But basically, the idea is it's a PvP game that is progressive capture points. So you have to do them in order. You can see my compass down here is spinning around, and it is pointing to the first point that I must go to and capture. And you see on the right-hand side of the screen there's a scoreboard that says capture time remaining. That is how long I need to stand on the capture point. Let's see here. Before I get to capture the first point. So imagine playing this with other people shooting at you and trying to kill you and stop you. So I'm started capturing capture point 1. Once this timer goes down, I can then unlock capture point 2. Okay, that sounds like the sound effects aren't working. Maybe I got the sounds all the way down. Yeah. Let's go over here and get back on the wall for point 2. And really the idea is just a PvP game where you've got to like capture different points and go through them in order. It ends up being quite a bit of fun. When it's single player, it's kind of stupid. But when there's a bunch of people, it's fun.
Did you guys ever play the Ninja Snowball Wars?
I don't know if I know what that one is.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one either.
That was like during holidays. There was somebody that put up a server, and more people you killed, more XP you gained, so you could run faster and jump higher in that. And it was just people running around like crazy, throwing snowballs at each other.
Okay. I'll also say, I guess, the big thing that I probably forgot to mention is the reason we call it as Death Cube is you're in this cube, and if you touch it, you die. It's got a big force field, and also the enemy's base will typically have a force field over it, protecting it as well. So that you can't rush their base or spawn camp or anything like that. And then this last point is up at the top. So this was all done in vanilla Minecraft, actually. Once I capture this last point, the game should be over. And we've got, I would say, close to 20 to 25 maps, wouldn't you, Fiery?
Around there. Yeah, I know I made 2 of them, at least. Most of the guys that made them made at least 2. I think CZ made like 3 or 4.
There's 24 exactly. So we've got all these different maps that it plays, and you know, when one's done, you vote for what you want. So if I voted 10 for Wagon Wheel, it's gonna give a few seconds and then kick me off, restart, load that map, and you click on the sign in the lobby and go right back into it. And it'll be another map. Yes, it's frozen, and I don't know why. Let me try turning it off back on. I wasn't sure if it was frozen on the stream or not.
I thought you looked a little cheese happy there for a while.
I was doing the ventriloquist thing. I was talking the whole time and not moving my mouth. There we go. I don't know sure what's up. Vote. Final. What did I say? 10. Next max. Well, there we go. So it kicks me off. Restarts that server. And then you can go back into it. And this is Wagon Wheel. It's a night map.
You know, I looked at the list, Tech. I don't think my second map ever got put into rotation, or I didn't finish it or something.
What was it
Probably
called?
Just didn't finish it. That too. I don't think it had a name.
Yep. It wouldn't be there.
I know my first one was Temple,
Temple.
I think.
That was you? Maybe I'm thinking of something different. The pyramid-shaped one? Where you go inside of it with all the mobs?
No. No,
Okay.
not that one. The, shoot. I can't think of what the name of it is. I'd remember it if I was looking at it.
Apparently I wouldn't remember it right now.
Welcome back, Ninja.
You said it.
And the Troll of the Night award goes to Eagle.
Thank you.
What's that, Eagle? You want to see how far away my bane hammer can work on the server? Slash kick.
Oh, come on.
Run away from the creepers.
Well, we'll have so many answers for you.
Run away.
Ask away, man. We're the type of people who believes there's no such thing as a stupid question.
What was that, Fiery?
Was that supposed to be a stupid question?
I'm just going to be ignoring Eagle for the rest of the night.
You have to admit that was funny, Fiery.
Can't even be original with his jokes. He has to bite all of mine. I mean,
I'm sorry, Fiery. I'm just a bit tired.
it's fine, Eagle. I'm just messing with you anyway. So what's the questions, Ninja? And now we wait 30 seconds for the question.
It's like Jeopardy because it's a question that's coming. Please phrase the question.
What's the point of the trucks? Which trucks are you talking about?
The semi-truck.
The semi-truck?
Mainly for hauling the other machines with the flatbed trailer. That's the main reason we added it, and then we're like, oh, we can add this trailer, and we did, and then I didn't code them all the way through. As far as
so
making
equipment.
So mainly the reason for the semi-truck is to transport the other vehicles without emptying their inventory of fuel, so that you don't waste fuel when you move them around.
Yep. Plus, it moves faster than other machines, so you can drive them around much faster.
Right. It's faster than walking, running, and almost flying.
Okay,
Yeah.
Just be careful how many blocks you go down at high speeds.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
here's...
don't jump off a mountain with it. You won't survive.
Oh, yes, I forgot to show you this, Fairy. So on my screen right now, the other day I was like, I think you can make an X-ray machine in Minecraft and see what's behind blocks. So I did this. The mob, like, as they walk through the world, activates all the tripwires, and it lights up the lights according to where the things are. So if I start tossing items in there. I don't know why I did it, but I did.
Well, that's pretty cool, Tech.
Let's do a truck. Semi.
No, if you're in creative, you can obviously survive. Nothing can kill you in creative. I don't even think /kill works on somebody in creative.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, never mind. I have been proven wrong.
So if I put
Make
down...
a mental note: Fierykiljoy wrong on February 16th.
14th. It's
Oh,
Valentine's
wrong
Day, remember?
Wrong twice.
It makes it
I'm
even
like, wait,
better.
wait a second. I thought today was Friday. It's like, no, it's not.
So you can see it picks up the thing when you put it inside its inventory, or if I hold control, it'll put it down in the world, right? And then I can go into this truck, back up, and pick up the thing, right? And now I can drive around at super speeds, compared to any other machines at least. And haul it wherever I need it. Push control, it places it back in the world. And if it had fuel in it, it would keep the fuel. So that was back when we thought fuel might be like a rare resource or something, but the machines don't, they like sip the fuel, I think. A lot of the time.
Well, the tier 2s, we can actually kind of move that around, though.
Yeah, we could still do it for the tier 1s too, I mean, if we wanted to.
So, question number 2. Or I should say, what is question number 2?
Oops.
And my cat was laying on me, but he's long hair and he got really hot, so I kicked him off.
Wait, he got hot or you got hot? Sounds like you got hot.
Whoa!
I warmed up and did not like it.
Okay, fair. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I can hear it in your voice. I need to stop now.
I don't care. I really don't care, guys, okay? I mean, I throw sarcasm at you guys all the time. I think I can take a little bit, alright?
Okay. How many faces are we down to here?
What you're hearing in my voice is my total disdain for this day.
Gotcha. You're not mad at me. You're mad at the day.
Yep.
Hey, can't you take the
Ooh,
one
that's a
triangle
cool
square and go
question to
across again?
ask. And it comes with an awesome freaking showing. The grader. He wants to know what the grader's for.
Let's get in this regular world. What were you saying, Eagle? I didn't catch what you said.
I'm staying on the sides. You can take that, make that like the continuous miner. Yeah.
This is based off of the continuous miner. Most of it is from it. When he
Right.
created it. I can.
Well, I'm
I can
saying
say
cleaning
it'll-
up.
Yeah. So the grader.
Oh.
The grader is meant to flatten land, basically. So I place this down. It will shave off high spots that are 1 block high and fill in low spots. So if I hold control now, I will start digging into this high spot here. And if I go over this, you can see it's picking up the things into its inventory. It should be rendering them on its blade, whatever's in its inventory. If I continue to hold control and drive out over this water lake, it will start filling it in with the blocks from its inventory, so it's already out of blocks. Put down more dirt.
It does it with sand too now, don't it?
Yeah, it does now, in this version. In the version he has, it won't. So it'll fill in holes, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a nice way of making things really flat.
I am an extreme terraformer, and this mod is like a godsend for it, let me tell you.
Now, that was shown with a couple blocks high. It'll fill in the water, like it showed. But if we go all the way up here, it's designed to be able to fill in whatever you want to fill in. So if we go up here and go out over this edge and hold down control, it's going to start filling it in from here, at this height even. So you can really make a platform as big as you want. It does take some time, so you have to go slower because it's trying to fill in a lot of blocks.
Yeah, if you're filling an ocean, take a lot of material with you.
Right, because I've already ran out. Yeah, that's what the grader's about. don't think there's anything else too special about it. See, it's rendered all those blocks on its blade. So, Fiery mentioned earlier, if you haven't played with the mod much, let's get the drilling rig. Let's get some explosives.
The big arm thing? Oh, that's
Excavator?
the excavator.
Excavator.
The horrendously broken excavator.
Redstone. Gonna need a lever. I'm in the mood for explosions, Fiery, okay? Don't put me down. Info.
Tech, you're in creative. What do you need redstone for?
I don't know. So I can show it off, right?
You need a switch.
I need some stone exposed, so I need a bulldozer. Let's get down to some stone levels here. Bulldozer.
And it's fine that you don't know that much about construction. I mean, totally fine. We're not expecting everybody to know everything about construction. That's kind of what's so cool about this mod, is you can just jump in and have fun with it, you know?
I don't know that much about construction. I just know it can be cool.
You know more than most people would. I mean, just from your background, so.
Okay.
Well, you used to work at it was a mine, wasn't it, or a quarry?
Yeah. But I wasn't the one running the machines or anything like that, right? So.
Well, no, but I'm sure you're not completely ignorant of what they were and how they worked.
Okay, so we've down to stone now, which is all I was trying to do with that. And here is the drilling rig, which is way too big for the hole I've made, but that's fine. Come on, back up. Okay, it's too big for that. We'll see if we can make this work. So I'm gonna use this and lower it down with the control button again. So the down function's control. And you can see that the drill bit started going in there and it's drilling a hole into the dirt. You can see up the left hand corner it gone down to 16 blocks. If I hold space, it'll start pulling that drill bit back up and then raise that thing up, right? So that's how you do vertical holes. You also have a hand drill, which you can use to do horizontal holes. And these horizontal holes go in several blocks deep. You can see it stops right there. That's where the different block is. It's drilled stone. And then either one of these, you can, from the end that you're drilling in, start placing ammo in. And you can see it's actually going to the end of the hole and building it back towards you. So you're stuffing the explosives into the hole, right? I'm gonna do it down here too. And if I wasn't in creative, it'd be consuming the ammo, right? Then let's place down these bad boys so that you can get away from it, right? Because you don't want to be right next to the explosion, even in the real world. And then you just detonate it, right? And you can see it has exploded a big area in the world. It didn't actually drop the stone really, right? So it created this blasted stone out of all the stone. Blasted stone is a special thing in Minecraft, so it's a sand-like entity, right? So it'll fall just like sand. However, it's different than sand because when this thing has the ability to tumble down a hillside. So if I place this here, it will then tumble down the hill. If I keep doing this, you'll get a better picture of what it does. It will slowly form a cone shape with it, right? And all these ones down here also fell as well. You may not have noticed it, but if there was any air gaps underneath, they would fall down into the air gaps. So that's why we've got the loader then. Yeah, it's like sand, but not anything like it. It falls. It's just hard to describe what it does to other people until you've seen it. So that's why I start out with saying it's like sand. And the loader's backwards here, so let's get this thing going around. The loader can pick up this blasted stone. And because it tumbles down a hillside, it will do just that and fall into the bucket over and over again when you have a big pile of it set up. And that's how an actual real stone quarry works, right? They'll blast the stone and it falls into the quarry pit, and then they'll come with a loader, pick it up, and then from there, you know, we've got this in the inventory of this thing as it's picking it up. Get into the right mode here. There we go. You can see it's in the bucket. If I were to place down my crusher, which is a real thing in a real stone quarry, the primary crusher here, that's actually what they're called usually. Fuel.
Except theirs would be like considerably bigger, but
oh yeah, yeah. And this particular model is a cone crusher. That's why it's got that cone in the front of it. So you do that, and you can come over here and just lift this up and dump it directly in there. What we typically do though is, because we have the dump truck and other things, we will use conveyors to haul it out of our mine. So in the mod, we've got a conveyor block. Any entity that falls on top of it, be it items, XP, players, mobs, whatever, gets shoved along it. And also, because it's a conveyor block, and in the real world they use conveyors to go at an angle instead of vertical, but it works in Minecraft world, right? It will lift things vertically, so we can go up and out of our pit, and then directly into our crusher. If this thing had fuel in it, it would run. And this is why we do the blasting. So in the mod, blasted coal, as an example, if you run it through the crusher, let's let it go up the conveyor belt there, up and over, and it's going to spit out multiple pieces of coal instead of just one piece of coal. And of course my inventory is full, so it got deleted. Same thing with iron. If you put blasted iron in it, it will triple it into 3 dust. Those 3 dust can be smelted into 3 iron ingots then. So it's our ore doubling or tripling mechanic, and blasting gives you even more than just normal iron. So if I pick up this iron block here, toss it in, it's going to spit out 2 dust to me. If I were to put in blasted iron, it would spit out 3 dust. So that's how you get more stuff in the mod. What else? So we got a dump truck. Dump truck works like you think it would, right? So you can place it down in the world, throw items into the bed. I'm assuming I hit that in the right spot, and it's kind of probably derped out because it's half underground. So let me do this above ground. So I throw things into this. Why is it not working? Oh, the corn went in. There we go. So you can see the items in the bed. You can hop in it, drive those items around, of course. It's got a double chest worth of inventory instead of just a single line like the loader has. Raise the bed up, and it will shoot out the items out of the bed. Dump them out to the world. So if you have a really long distance to go, you can have your loader working down by the explosions and all the blasted stone, pick it all up, dump it in a dump truck several times over, then haul the big load in the dump truck down to your conveyor system, dump it off into the conveyors. It gets processed into your crushing system. We also have something called a screen, which is your block that is a sorter. So you place, let's say, corn to go to the north, iron to go to the east, and seeds to go to the west, and then drop those items into the top of the thing, and it spits them out in that direction. You see the corn's always going off to the north there, because that's what I set it at. If I were to give it any of the other items, they would go in their respective directions as well. In that case, it went that way.
almost. There's a couple of things that would, you know, like I keep saying that we really need a crane, but that's...
I know. I almost did it, Fiery. I almost did it. Like, I was so close, but then all the different special properties on blocks is what stopped me. Unless you're talking about a different kind of crane. I'm talking about the construction one.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
Yep. I haven't given up on it. I just need to know a better way.
Okay. And what we're talking about, Ninja, is Tech wants to add a crane into the mod that will build a blueprint that you would put in. Like, say you'd be able to download a blueprint from somewhere and put it into the crane, and it'll build it block by block.
Yeah, but that's on the wish list at this point, not on the guarantee
Right.
text.
Yeah, that's still a really work in progress.
Right. Well, I wouldn't even give it that much effort right now. It's on the wish list. How do you make blueprints? If you're talking about the blueprints that are in the game and not the ones that Fire was just talking about, these you can only get by trading with a villager. So if you get a villager, you can either breed villagers together, vanilla villagers together, or you can be really lucky like I just was and have one spawn, and that's how you get them. So you just trade.
I think he was talking about the ones I was talking about, so you can't yet.
Yeah, they're not even a thing yet. So these blueprints are the...
They're for making the machines in the assembly table.
What do blueprints do? So they're the ones, yeah, like Fire just said.
I think he explained that earlier too, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so. I was on the server. I don't know if he was there though. So the assembly table. Put a blueprint in this slot up over here. And it will tell you what ingredients you need. So if I had the 2 road rulers, the unobtainium, etc. in my inventory, I could hit assemble. And then it would need work to be applied to it, either through the hammer that we've added or through the factory arm, which needs gas through the generator, etc. But it is time for me to go, guys. It is 10 o'clock, and I have children's to get to bed.
Now we need to fix the distiller.
What's wrong with the distiller?
I can't see it in my inventory.
Oh, the item.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I need to get those new models up for that anyway.
Did you place a bunch of them?
Me? No.
Yeah.
No, he's saying
I
the
was
texture's not there for him.
Oh. I was gonna say, because if you placed a bunch of them and the last one that was in your inventory disappeared, then that would be a thing because of inventory tweaks. Because the last, like say if you placed a whole,
yeah, they'll move.
A couple stacks of cobblestone and you had 1 stack left, the last stack would like disappear into your hand until you placed one.
Yep.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, there is a missing texture for it for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
Okay, I got time for one more question, Ninja. What's the question? Then I got a scoop.
You missed the question and answer part of the show.
Oh, am I gonna be streaming again? Tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern. I try and stream every night. Usually try and start around 8 o'clock. It's not always right at 8 o'clock, but I try to stream around 8 o'clock. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday it'll be later because I usually do stuff with the family. But I'll go till I fall asleep, basically. That's pretty much right, guys, right? That's how I do it. And then Saturday, the same thing. Sometimes on Saturday and Sunday, I'll stream during the day. So I stream a lot. Okay.
Make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell icon.
Yeah, hit the bell icon. Try and beat Enderman and now Hunter to be the first into the stream. Oh, I think we've hit the new record today. Between the time that YouTube realized I was streaming and the first comment was 17 seconds. So that'll be a hard one to beat. You'll have to be like hitting the button immediately as soon as the notification comes through to beat that. I don't know how that's possible. So
I'm back.
Okay, guys,
Oh.
I gotta go. See you guys tomorrow.
See you
Night
Bye,
off.
later.
everyone.
Night, everybody.